Hi everyone, Vacha here from recordingstudio9.com, and thanks for joining me again today. And today we are looking at SoundForge Audio Studio 12. SoundForge Audio Studio 12 will be released 7th of August 2017, and today is 4th of August 2017, so I'm doing a quick review before it is released. Thanks to the kind generosity of Magix for providing me a license to run SoundForge Audio Studio 12 and give you a quick demonstration of what it can do. So what is SoundForge Audio Studio 12? Well, it's basically an audio editing, recording, and manipulating and optimizing software. You can use it to record audio, edit it, use the built-in plugins or your own VST plugins to optimize your audio, or you can load pre-recorded audio and then do editing as well. So it's great for, let's say, mastering your songs, because it'll actually give you better flexibility. You have lots of visual indications and level meters and so on. Then you can use them to decide what sort of editing you want to do and how you want to maximize your audio quality and have a better outcome. Having a look at the layout of the software, it's quite simple. Everything is in the right place. At the main screen, this is where our recorded audio will be displayed in waveforms. At the top, we have the toolbars. At the moment, I have them as large, but if I right-click and select that, then I can have more space with smaller icons. Because I have a big screen, I preferred larger icons. But for this demonstration, I'll keep it small as well. So you've got our transport right at the top, and open, save, close, the normal cut and paste, everything is there as well. And at the bottom, this is where the display of our visualizations are. It'll give you indication of the frequency response of your audio that has been recorded. You also have time display, a regions list, and an explorer, so you can actually load files straight from your explorer as well, so you can drag them in. Region list, this is great if you want to mark for CD track options. So if you have loaded multiple songs in one track and you want to put a mark so that when you are burning a CD, you actually have different tracks marked where they start and where they stop, and so on. But I like to leave it in visualization. And on the right hand side, we have our level meter. And you can change the visualization layout however you like. So it's really, really great. So let's record something. We can press the record button. And we are now ready to record. So now we are recording an audio going into SoundForge Audio Studio 12. And we are going to able to edit this audio presentation and do a nice EQ, dynamics, compression, limiting, and using all of the built-in effects. And we have done. There it is. Right behind it is our audio. So if you like to continue, we can record again. We can add a marker as well. And this is going to be the second clip of the sound2.wav file that we are recording for demonstration purposes. And let's close it. Okay, so we have two clips. That's one of our clip, and that's the second one. So let's have a quick listen. So now we are recording an audio going into SoundForge Audio Studio 12, and we are going to able to edit this audio presentation and do a nice EQ, dynamics, compression, limiting, and using all of the built-in effects. And this is going to be the second clip of the sound2.wav file that we are recording for demonstration purposes. Let's do some editing, shall we? Just going to minimize that so we got more room up here. We can certainly get rid of that as well. Let's get rid of the front end Well, because we don't really need it, it's just empty, not talking. And we can just click and select the clip, and then we can use this move audio, and we can drag it right to the beginning. So my voice starts right at the first bit. So now we are recording an audio going into SoundForge Audio Studio 12. Okay, so and let's get rid of some of this space in here as well. And we can certainly do like that. Select that one. And we can move that across. And the end as well. There we go. So we now have pretty much edited and got rid of all of the blank space at the beginning and in the middle of the two clips. And if we want to fade things in and out, right at the top, we can fade. That's a crossfade because the clips are together, and fade. And if we select this clip, then we've got fading of the beginning, and you can fade that one as well. So let's use some of the built-in effects. We can go to effects. You have amplitude modulation. Then we have chorus and flange. Then delay, like echo. Distortion. Dynamics. Elastic audio, pitch bend. EQ, we have a graphic and simple. So looking at the simple one with just bass, mid and treble. And with the graphic, we have more bands to play around with. We have a gate, which is quite useful. To cut off background noise. Then we have a limiter. Resonant filter. If you will play around with filters. Reverb engine as well. And stutter. I guess you'll cut the sound to a certain way. They sound like stuttering. Let's add some effects. Let's add the EQ, the graphic one. The great thing about this graphic effect is that it has a link bands option, where when you actually grab one slider and then slide them up and down, the adjacent channels also adjust up and down, giving you a much wider cue adjustment. But if you unclick it, that means you can adjust each band individually. So I'm just going to click that and reset. And obviously you probably don't want any of the lower frequencies for my voice, and cut some of that, and we might be able to make it intelligible. Increase that. Let's preview that. So now we are recording an audio going into SoundForge Audio Studio 12, and we are going to able to edit this audio presentation and do a nice EQ, dynamics, compression, limiting, and using all of the built-in effects. And this is going to be the second clip of the sound to .wav file that we are recording for demonstration purposes. Well, there we go. You probably don't even need that. And using the mouse scroll, you get much finer sort of adjustment that you can do by scrolling up and down. Double click, it resets. Let's have a quick listen again. So now we are recording an audio going into SoundForge Audio Studio 12, and we are going to able to edit this audio presentation. All happy with that? So we click OK, and when we click OK, it will actually commit all the changes of the graphic EQ that we've done into the project, but not until we actually save the file that will commit to the drive. So we just click OK. Okay, all the changes that happened is in the project. So we can always undo it. It's not destructive. Next, let's do some dynamics. I'm just going to put a limiter with auto makeup. I might increase that to probably about 150 milliseconds for release time. Peak versus RMS, I'm just going to leave it as is. And let's preview it. So now we are recording an audio while going monitoring into SoundForge Audio Studio 12. And we are going to able to edit this audio presentation and do a nice EQ, dynamics, compression, limiting, and using all of the built-in effects. And this is going to be the second clip of the sound to .wav file that we are recording for demonstration purposes. So let's have another listen again. I'm just going to bypass and then bring it the limiter back in, and we can see how the volume really increased but reducing the dynamic range and without actually clipping. So we get louder voice. So now we are recording an audio going into SoundForge Audio Studio 12, bring it in. And we are going to able to edit this audio presentation and do all good. Let's commit that. So now all our waves are louder. We can zoom in as well to have a look. Better editing if we really need to. So it sounds fantastic. It's really great. We can see our audio spectrum, where our loudness is and how loud it is, where and any frequencies that we need to take care of, we can actually take care of. But if you're not satisfied with the built-in effects or you need something different, then you can still use Vst Plugins as well. To use the Vst Plugins, we can just go to Plugins and the plugin rack. Here we can add our plugins, let's say dynamic. Let's just use the gate and the stereo C1 from Waves. There we go. So now we are recording an audio going into SoundForge Audio Studio 12. Okay, let's just quickly load something. So now we are recording an audio going into SoundForge Audio Studio 12, and we are going to able to edit this audio presentation and do a nice EQ, dynamics, compression, limiting, and okay, so let's assume we are happy with that. I'm just going to close that and OK it and commit. And now we have the Waves VST plugin effects added. Let's just add another plugin. Let's try a reverb. Reverb is just another one. So now we are recording an audio going into SoundForge Audio Studio 12, and we are going to able to edit this audio. Okay, let's commit that. And let's have a listen. So now we are recording an audio going into SoundForge Audio Studio 12, and we are going to able to edit this audio presentation. There we go. So it's all easy to use. We can obviously use some process as well, changing DC offsets, resampling, smoothing, enhancing, time stretching, changing volumes. So there's a lot you can do. Of course, you can also extract audio from a CD, and then you are also able to burn audio CD. So, or burn MP3 CD, however you like. It's got built-in CD burning. Unfortunately, I don't have any CD available in my CD burner, but that is an option as well. So you can straight edit, master your song, and then burn the CD. So you can load all your tracks in, put markers, and burn a CD as well, right in SoundForge Audio Studio 12. Some other options also available. If you go into Tools, audio restoration, you have declicker and decrackler, declipper, de-easer, dehisser, and denoiser. These are all included in SoundForge Audio Studio 12. Well, I hope my demonstration of SoundForge Audio Studio 12 was helpful. If it was, make sure you give me the thumbs up. And if you are one of those people who actually stayed up until the end and watched it until now, which not many people do, then you are one of those lucky ones, because very soon I'll be giving away free licenses of SoundForge Audio Studio 12. So make sure you visit my website recordingstudio9.com and register and subscribe to my free newsletter, because through my newsletter I'll be informing you when and how there's going to be a giveaway, quite a few of them actually, on my website. So make sure you do that. Yeah, tell all your friends and everybody that you know that there's going to be a giveaway as soon as SoundForge Audio Studio 12 is released. Till next time, as always, thanks for watching and have a great time making music.